This is the Rebel Call channel. Welcome to today's show. It is important now more than ever. The time is now to start pulling people out of the left and the right. It's time to start making people aware of how they're being played. And Elon Musk is one of the biggest deceivers out there. Elon Musk is suddenly this conservative figure who is only tweeting about 24/7 every single thing he possibly can to lure in Trump supporters, which means conservatives, which means Christians, into supporting not only Trump, but what he's trying to do at the same time, which is normalize this boom in demonic technology. Normalize artificial intelligence, normalize driverless vehicles, normalize the carbon tax, normalize the Neuralink and these robots that you're about to see in this video, which they've got people so desensitized over that they're actually having conversations with robots at an event that Elon Musk just held. So Elon Musk held an event called We Robot, as in we, you and the robot becoming one in the same, we, together. And there's a very important tweet I'm going to show you later in the video, so make sure you pay attention to what I'm about to show you. So at Elon Musk's event, he starts normalizing things like the cyber cab. The cyber cab, of course, a cab that would do what? Remove jobs from people who are Uber drivers or taxi drivers, but nobody seems to care about other human beings and how they provide food for themselves or for their family, right? So cyber cab, a driverless vehicle, these are all agendas that they're trying to normalize on the left and the right. You see, the real revolution would be the conservatives realizing that the technology is the key element in the beast system. That technology is the key element in the fourth industrial revolution. The thing that you hear them talking about at World Economic Forum, about artificial intelligence governance, it's all run through tech. They don't want you to realize that. They want you to just see them as boogeymen, but not even realize what they're actually saying to you. That's why they constantly gaslight people with issues that shouldn't even be discussed, like castrating kids or what's a man and what's a woman. Well, right in front of your face, they're telling you what the plan is, and it all involves technology. They need libs and they need conservatives on board with tech. So Elon Musk is that figure that they're using to distract everybody, to say, whoa, we've got our own billionaire. Ooh, he's giving us free speech on Twitter. At the same time that he's normalizing all of this artificial intelligence, he's normalizing all of these driverless vehicles. He's literally showing you what these smart cities that conservatives claim they're exposing are all about. Because guess who's going to be one of the producers of the freedom cities that the conservatives are going to be lured into? Elon Musk. So if you don't realize that these people are baiting you, then you're completely brain dead. Elon Musk, over the years, I've shown you him openly wearing, the Baphomet and his Halloween costumes. This is one of the deceitful ways they try to trick you. They wear satanic stuff like the Baphomet. He dresses up like Anubis, the Egyptian god. It's Halloween though, so Elon Musk, it's just Halloween. It's not a big deal, right? While the guy is literally doing human experiments, he's doing transhuman experiments on human beings by implanting Neuralinks inside of their bodies. And again, Elon Musk is one of those guys who pre the outbreak, if you remember the clip I've shown you, which is available on the website, was constantly talking about how the Neuralink could be embedded in human beings and it doesn't have to be a surgical procedure. So do you know what that means? It means you could be injected with the Neuralink. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? So Elon Musk on his Twitter account, this is basic mind control for anyone new to this stuff, right? Go through his Twitter account. What's every single tweet about? It's something that you could relate to, right? He's talking about an invasion, right? This is one of the things the conservatives are so fired up about. The border, right? America's being invaded. This is one of the Trump narratives, and I'm not saying that that's not true because part of globalism is no borders. So that's part of the game. But you can't let yourself get gaslit by these actors who are pretending to be your friend. So Donald Trump's like, America's being invaded. They keep showing you these videos to get you angrier and angrier so that you put more hope in them and them and them, right? Elon Musk continues to just constantly post all these conservative talking points. America needs safe cities, secure borders, free speech, no lawfare, and smaller government. These are things that are obviously baiting people, right? We all hear that and we say, oh yeah, well, we do need smaller government. So you're automatically supposed to just get on board with Elon Musk without questioning his motives or his intentions, because he's saying things that you like and agree with, and you see him as a figure that's giving you free speech. You see him as a figure who is supporting the same ideologies as you, and he's a billionaire. So you're hopeful that this billionaire is going to pull you and everybody else out of this. But what they do is they're placeholders. They're placeholders to prevent an actual revolution. Remember, whenever the people need a hero, we shall supply him. That is a quote from Albert Pike, the 33rd degree Freemason. These are your heroes that they're providing for you. They're manufactured. Musk is worth $260 billion. He is not one of us. Donald Trump is an actor. He's worth $4.5 billion. Elon Musk is, in fact, one of the people who's really running for president, because the corporations are the ones who are controlling and running everything. Donald Trump is just a front for this. Elon Musk would have more power than Donald Trump if put into power. But this is how this whole thing works. It's all these corporations working together behind the scenes, and they're playing you like a fiddle. So one of the things with Musk is that he's playing the conservative audiences. And he's quietly, while he's telling you all this stuff that you want to hear about, government overreach, borders, you're supporting it. You're supporting it. Well, guess what? This is part of the illusion. He tweets this out. Join him to build a maximally truth-seeking AI that will enable discovery of new physics and invent useful technologies, right? So people hear all this stuff with AI. Now conservatives are going, well, Elon Musk is one of us, right? And he's talking about truth-seeking AI. I like the sound of that. Truth-seeking AI, as opposed to all the AI that Bill Gates is talking about, which seems to be censoring us online, right? So there's a good AI. Instead of what we all should be saying, artificial intelligence needs to be removed. We're giving them power by not stopping them from what they're doing. These are crimes against humanity. No human being has given these people the right to create this type of technology, which will take away human jobs, which will make the world a more dangerous place, because again, they're convincing you the world's dangerous by allowing criminals to run amok so they can come in with the solution, which is technology. But this tech will enslave all of us. And what we should be doing is reading between the lines and saying, all right, get away from this political crap. Musk is pushing this AI stuff. Gates is pushing this AI stuff. Bezos is pushing this AI stuff. All of these people, including the World Economic Forum, are telling us that the governance they want is artificial intelligence. So they're all on board with AI. Thus, the fourth industrial revolution, which I'll get into after I show you the clips from this We Robot event. Let me show you what they're showing everybody out there, how they're normalizing this. Musk is pretending to be your friend while at the same time telling you to get these demonic robots inside your house, not telling you about the dangers of what these things really are, and not giving you the option to say, we don't want it. They just go, well, it's here. And we should be saying as a society, no, it's not here. We should be building giant EMPs to short circuit these Johnny Fives, but we're not. Why? Because these people are tickling your ears and they're telling you, well, it's here, it's here, it's here. But I'm here, I'm your friend. I'm here to support your freedoms and your free speech. Not telling you that eventually when you let all this AI into your life and your home, you're going to be enslaved by it. And enslaved by it means locked in your home, carbon footprint, carbon tax, which Musk is on board with. But also, don't forget how they've talked about how, well, AI could eventually kill off humanity. Does anybody care about human beings, jobs, or anyone? You notice how this is a war with humans versus humans based on political ideologies? Because they don't want humans to unite and push back against technology. They want you to accept the technology, think that it's cool, think that it's neat, without realizing it's going to enslave you. Look at this horror show from the We Robot event that Musk just had. It's absolutely embarrassing and frightening to watch human beings interact with these things when they should be short-circuiting them and smashing them with sledgehammers.
A robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels. And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular. Something that anyone could own. So you can have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. But fundamentally, at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn. get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. Yeah. Because I think everyone, of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy. And there's going to be maybe 2. And then they'll be producing products and services. I predict, actually, provided we address risks of digital superintelligence, 80% probability of good outcome. Look on the bright side. The cup is 80% full. The cost of products and services will decline dramatically, and basically anyone will be able to have any products and services they want. One of the things we wanted to show tonight was that Optimus is not a canned video. It's not walled off. The Optimus robots will walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots. So you'll be able to walk right up to them, and they'll serve drinks at the bar.
You got it. You win. Can't beat a robot. I just go touch it. Okay. Optimus.
People here today.
It's insane. It's even talking.
Hi to my friend John. John? Where's John?
Right here.
Oh, hello, John.
How are you?
How you doing? Very good.
That's crazy. I'm
Where
talking to a
are you
robot. From San Jose. Probably from where you were born in Silicon Valley.
Wonderful. Where do you live in San Jose? Do you live in Almond Valley, or do you live in Santa Teresa area?
No, I live in Los Gatos.
Los Gatos. Oh, wonderful. Very
Yeah.
nice area.
Where do you live?
Beautiful hiking I hear out there.
There is. Where do you live?
I live in Palo Alto at the current moment.
Figures. Yeah,
Yes.
this is awesome.
That's where they train us. That's where we get our builds, and that's where we work with a wonderful group of people.
What's the hardest thing about being a robot?
Trying to learn how to be as human as you guys are. And that's something I try harder to do every day, and I hope that you will help us become that.
So that's the state of humanity, right? Playing rocks, paper, scissors with these. Shows you how dumbed down they are. Now you would imagine that all the people at the Tesla event are likely conservatives now, because that's how the world works. That's how they've maneuvered people's minds, right? Oh, it's Musk, he's conservative, I'm in. Oh, it's Gates, he's a Dem, I'm in with him against Musk, right? But the common theme here is AI governance, artificial intelligence in general, and the fourth industrial revolution, which is what I want to show you. Elon Musk retweeted this. Everyone needs to see this, so share this. This is retweeted from him, okay? Dan Ives, I've covered tech for almost 25 years. What I saw yesterday in LA, which was the event I just showed you, I think was a game changer. This is the new chapter, the new look for Tesla. Tesla is front and center of the fourth industrial revolution. And for those of you that don't know, and all you think about with Klaus Schwab is eating the bugs and the memes that the alt-right media gets you to focus on, his book is called The Fourth Industrial Revolution. He is the founder of this fourth industrial revolution. Okay? And Elon Musk is on board with it. The fourth industrial revolution will affect the very essence for our human experience. It will change you. Here's Claus talking about what Elon Musk is now at the center of, the fourth industrial revolution.
The fourth industrial revolution will impact our lives completely. It will not only change how we communicate, how we produce, how we consume, it will change actually us, our own identity. And of course gives life to such policies and developments like smart traffic, smart government, smart cities. What we will see is that everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data and driven particularly by close cooperation also of governments with business, civil society. And this revolution will come at a breathtaking speed. It will be like a tsunami. And actually, it's not just a digital revolution, it's digital, of course physical, with nanotechnology, but it's also biological. And those three dimensions provides a particular force to this revolution. So what the World Economic Forum is doing is to promote this public-private cooperation to master the fourth industrial revolution.
In this year's conference in January, mastering the fourth industrial revolution, gene editing.
Exactly.
Opening a whole new horizon for medical science.
And you see, the difference of this fourth industrial revolution is it doesn't change what you are doing. It changes you. If you take genetic editing,
right.
Just as an example, it's you who are changed. And of course, this has a big impact on your identity. The fourth industrial revolution has one big challenge. It is the holding out of the middle class.
So how people can look at him, look, he retweeted it. If somebody, you could say, oh, well, that's circumstance. Oh, that's kind of, they know you're so dumb that you'll still defend your false idols. If somebody said to me that a rebel call was the leader of the fourth industrial revolution, having the viewpoints I have, which Musk is supposed to share, I would say something along the lines of, you're comparing me to Klaus Schwab. I'm actually the opposite. I'm nowhere near a leader of a fourth industrial revolution. In fact, I'm opposed to a fourth industrial revolution. That's what the globalists keep talking about at all these events that we're supposedly supposed to be against. But then again, everybody forgets this stuff, how conveniently Musk was at the World Economic Forum for years and years and years and was a Democrat. How Donald Trump was a Democrat and at the World Economic Forum and did nothing. They defend them and they go, well, he had to show up at the World Economic Forum. Trump had to show his face there. Oh, he had to show his face there. As if I was president, I would have to show my face there instead of waging war against globalists who are trying to take control of your life. So they don't explain this stuff to the conservative sheeple who think that they're awake. Because remember, all the conservatives think that they're awake to all the stuff that me and you talk about. 10 years ago, they had no clue. They got a little taste of truth, which is what the alt-right media gives them, a little taste of sanity, so they think they're awake. So they hear me, they're like, oh, I agree with some of the stuff, but they don't go deep down the rabbit hole because they stay on the earthly surface, right? With the worldly events that they tell them is really happening, right? All these political events, these assassinations, they think it's all real. They haven't gotten past the point of actually realizing the news is simulated. It's fake. It's scripted. Trump would be dead if they want him dead. They can't get past that. They can't. So these people are just as bad of sheeple as the Democrats are. And they don't even see what's going on with the technology. How the one thing they keep talking about, right? They're all like, we're against Klaus Schwab. I hope he died. We're against the World Economic Forum. Okay. Well, do you know that the World Economic Forum, every single thing they talk about with the Great Reset is about a fourth industrial revolution? Do you know what it is? It's to change the way the world is now. So everything that, factories, et cetera, everything's going to be run through AI governance. Everything is going to be run in a new way. The third industrial revolution, with the way things were, has to go. So what are they doing? Well, they're sabotaging by letting criminals run free and destroying businesses and using weather and all this other crap that we know that they're doing, right? Derailing trains, et cetera, right? They're destroying the infrastructure on purpose. So the goal is to bring in a fourth industrial revolution. That's what they keep talking about, right? But nobody brings attention to what it is exactly. It's AI governance. That's what they openly admit at the World Economic Forum. It's AI governance. So wouldn't a conservative say, we don't want AI governance. In fact, we should be against artificial intelligence. We should be against the technology. But they don't understand how it works because they love sitting on the toilet, tweeting on their phones, They refuse to get away from the technology. So they think that they're awake, but they're not. And they're getting lured in to accepting the tech. And that's all that the globalists need everybody to do, is to continue to go forward with the technology, because it's the thing that will enslave them. If the people break free from the tech, that is the revolution. That's what I keep talking about. People think the revolution is grabbing a pitchfork and running to, the Capitol building or whatever they want you to do. That's what they plant in your head, because they want you to do that so they can arrest you. What you need to do, what we need to do, the real revolution is smashing the phones, getting off the internet, removing the Wi-Fi from our homes. And I get it. I'm speaking on the internet, right? I get it. I'm not a hypocrite. I understand. I'm trying to get this message out there. For once when things go down, that's the way that humanity needs to go. That's the way that we need to go, is to get off the tech. We need to at least plant the seeds in people's heads. Where right now I am infiltrated in the hive mind. I am in the hive mind on YouTube, on the website, wherever I am and you're listening to this. Okay, I'm in the hive and I'm trying to infiltrate the hive. I am trying to seed plant and pull people out of the matrix. That's what we need to do. So some people will just hear what I'm saying, but can you believe this guy? He's a hypocrite. He's talking about coming out of all this stuff and robots. He's on the internet. He's telling us that we can't have the internet anymore. None of us can have it. That's how you take power away. There is no AI governance if we remove it from our lives. Technology. How does AI governance run if we don't have tech, if we don't use tech, and we're not dependent on tech? They don't want you to figure that out. So there's going to be dual illusions of how this is going forward, the fourth industrial revolution, because they know conservatives are not going to go along with the insane crap that the Dems are pushing with children, with all this stuff that they don't really care about. They're baiting people. They don't give a crap about those people, and they're going to prove it as they separate people into red and blue states. They're going to prove it. They're going to absolutely show their true colors to those people. Those people are useless to them. They couldn't care less about them. They serve no purpose. They're weak-minded people that they're just using them as a wall for them right now to push conservatives back away from them and distract them from what the AI governance really is. So this governance will be in the conservative states. They'll just have a different name. Like I've talked about, everyone yells about the smart cities. Trump talks about the freedom cities. It's the same thing. It's the infrastructure that matters. Musk is the front face of the MAGA movement now. Nobody can deny it. He's at the rallies. All he does is tweet about MAGA and tweet about Trump and tweet all the things that normal people would think are good things, right? Close the borders. We need to give, help out people in America. Well, of course, that sounds great to anyone with common sense, but they don't realize they're being lured in. You ever hear about tickling ears? They're getting their ears tickled, lured in. They're getting worked so that they support. Oh, Musk knows what he's talking about. He's talking about the stuff that I like, right? But he's not talking about the he might mention the AI threat with a little smirk, like you heard him say. He's like, well, 80% of the glass is full, right? Then he does that with a smirk because he knows that people will go, wait a minute, not 100%. They go, oh, all right, whatever. What's the robot going to do? Kill me? Oh, yeah, it's going to do more than that. But first you have to let it into your life so they continue to desensitize you that it's not dangerous, that it's perfectly fun. It's exciting. Get your own AI robot in your house so he can pour you and your friends cocktails. Then about a month later, he'll be tasering you right in your rectum, okay? But we won't tell you about that part yet. We won't tell you how you'll be enslaved in your home. We'll just tell you those things through the fictional films that we show you about AI, because that's how mind control works. So they show you what AI is really going to be like in the movies when they have films like, Bug's Life, I think it was called, on Netflix, where everyone gets locked in their home from the smart tech, or movies with just AI demonic robots. They're killing people, and people are like, that's insane, right? And they're like, this is what the robots really, it's amazing we're at this point. They're like, this is what the robot's like. He's playing rock, paper, scissors. Oh, great. Can I have one? He can babysit your kids. Did you hear that line? Yeah, let the robot come and babysit your kid. When it, uses trauma-based mind control on your child when you're not in the house and uses the same tactics as a Satanist and does all sorts of things with them, you'll never know about it, will you? Oh, well, we can trust the robot. He's not like a human. They're imperfect. They don't feel those things. They're not human. Don't you get it? Technology's great. It's perfect, right? These are all things they've wanted you to think, and everybody does think. And they use certain things to keep the left and right at each other's throats, and then you have to look at the things that are common. Even with the magic potion. Remember, they finally pulled off the magic potion because too many conservatives woke up to it. Trump is the one who rolled it out. Trump's the one who pushed it down your throat. He's the one who kept bragging about it after the fact until they realized, hey, we're not going to be able to keep people in this psychosis unless, we have Trump come off of that and say, well, it's not what I thought it was. Or, you haven't heard Trump mention and brag about it anymore, do you? What'd you get? You got an RFK secret call, right? Fake call that I did a video on, right? Remember that video where Trump calls him, they leak it? I mean, it's so staged, it's unbelievable. And he's like, I was against it in the first place. So that the followers go, see, I told you he was against it. It was a private leak call that somehow made the internet from him and RFK. I mean, are you joking? How gullible can you be? The answer is clearly very gullible. So Trump changed his position on that because conservatives were coming out of it, but that was a neutral thing. All the alt-right media, everybody should go and do their part. We won't force it on you. We're not going to tell you should lose your job, but everybody should go. We recommend it now. Same with the liberal media, right? They've only pulled back now because everybody who was conservative in the beginning, the majority of them did go and get it. It was just, not everybody, but there's a good percentage of elderly conservatives who went and got it and are no longer with us, right? So what's the other issue that they're all in bed with each other on? Tech? Do you ever hear them talk about it? Nope. Ever? Nope. One time? Nope. What's the other thing that Elon Musk has openly, proudly tweeted about? All right. The only action needed to solve climate change is a carbon tax. That's Elon Musk. That's from February of this year. This isn't something from 15 years ago, 5 years ago. This year. Do you know what that means? Most of them know, right? You know why? Because they hear the word tax and they think it's about money. The carbon tax. First of all, this is Musk addressing the climate issue as if it's real, telling us that it's really happening, okay? Not talking about weaponized weather and geoengineering, all right? So check that off the list that he's on board with the globalist agenda. Number two, the carbon tax. People don't realize what it really is. The carbon tax is via technology. It monitors and tracks everything that you do, every purchase you make, every movement you make, how often you use electricity, all of it. And they've openly told you about it. Ooh, the carbon footprint, they call it. Right? They openly talk about it, and people don't get what it is. Oh, the banks are doing it, and they're like, okay, whatever, I don't care. Oh, it means green energy. It means that I'm going to buy something from a green factory. Oh, they're that dumb. They don't realize what it actually is. Well, if you actually learn what it is and listen to what I'm teaching, the carbon footprint is your enslavement. You get allotted times, allotted allowances. You live life as a prisoner. You don't eat foods that you like anymore. You might get one thing a month, one piece of meat if you're lucky. These are all things that are part of the carbon tax. It's a carbon footprint, okay? Musk has been bragging about it. He just did a docuseries on it, okay? Keeping conservatives in with the climate agenda, that's one of the things they're going to keep them in on board with. They're just not going to sound as extreme as the others with it. They're going to convince them it's not geoengineering, and they're going to say, look, we do need to do some things, but we could still use gas. We'll just do little things here and there. We'll use AI here and there. And eventually they'll be on board because all it takes is a little bit of time to desensitize them to get them to sign up for it. So he's on board with that as well. And nobody out there pays attention because they're too busy yelling at their, the things that they see from the mainstream media that are put there so that they yell at the TV screen and get angry at fellow civilians who are getting brainwashed by the same propaganda that they're getting brainwashed. It's called the left-right divide. And these people are playing you like a fiddle if you still believe in it. So there's Musk. There's the horror show. And the most important thing to note is the fact that he retweeted about the fourth industrial revolution, which is Klaus Schwab's invention. It's not something that he said in passing. He wrote the book, literally, the fourth industrial revolution. So that means that Elon Musk loves what this guy wrote and said he is going to be at the front and center. And he knows nobody will notice it. And they want you to, even if you do notice it, to say, it's in passing, I'll still defend Musk. And not even know that Klaus Schwab literally wrote the book on it, so he's on board with Klaus Schwab's book, which is about changing human beings. Isn't that interesting? When Klaus talks about changing human beings, talking about changing you. And what else is Elon Musk on board with? Oh yeah, mixing iron and clay and getting technology inside of your body. How convenient as well. Wake up, suckers. The time is now to wake up. Get away from the tech. Remember that when the time comes and you're thinking to yourself, what you could do to start a revolution, well, break away from the tech. It's the only thing that gives them full control over us. I thank everybody for being here. I hope you're all doing well. God bless you and your families as always.